What's up, y'all? It's your girl, Tassar Paris, and I'm here with another video. Today, I am discussing making your life a bucket list. That's right, making your life a bucket list. You need to plan out the things that you want to achieve in your life, period. You're getting older, you're wasting time, it's time to focus. And it's time to do the things that you want. It's time to reach financial freedom. It's time to achieve all those goals that you dreamed of so that you don't have to look back on life later and say, damn, I didn't do shit but work. I didn't get to see different things that I wanted to see. I didn't get to achieve different things I wanted to achieve. And that's why it's important to make your life a bucket list. Okay, so let's get into it. Like, pretty much you want to plan everything. Get a notepad, get a spreadsheet, whatever makes you feel more comfortable, whatever works for you. Get a dry erase board, make a vision board. But it's time to make that life bucket list, for sure, okay? There might be vacations and traveling experiences you want to do, or, see the world, go do other different things that you have in your mind, but you feel you might not be able to get to. You might want to invest in property. Take the steps to learn how to properly invest in property. Whether that be get knowledge from someone who has already invested in property, or maybe take a class, real estate, whatever, just to get the knowledge and know the laws. But everything you want to do it the right way, okay? You might want to travel. You might want to invest in property. You might want to make music. Whatever that is on your bucket list, achieve it. You might want to skydive. You need to plan it out to where you can do those things because you only have one life. And I always tell everyone that I'm like, you only have one life and you have to make that life worth it. And if you have kids, you can't let them see you as a person who didn't take risk, or a parent who didn't take risk, or that didn't achieve different things, and then you start living through your children. That's not okay. Live through you, don't live through your children. So you don't want your kids to have the fear of, this is something that's like personal to me, but you don't want your kids to have the fear of expanding and exploring and learning different things, because as a parent, we get scared. We're like, oh my God, like, I know when I travel, my grandma's like, are you good? Where you at? Da, da, da. So as a parent, you are like that, but you can't instill fear into your kids. You have to let them know that it's okay to live, and you have to be supportive and let them live. And you have to live for you so that they can live for them. Because if they see you unhappy, then they can feel that you're unhappy. Or if you're watching TV and you see someone on American Idol and you're like, oh man, I wish I could do that, and I wish I lived that dream. I wish I would have just tried. That woulda, coulda, shoulda, that shit is the worst when you're at a certain age. And I'm telling you this because I know a lot of people who are over the age of 35, 35 to like 60. And the 35-year-olds are like, what am I doing? They're just starting to figure out their life. 35 to 40, they're like, oh my God. And it's like, honestly, you have to start figuring that out later, earlier. You have to figure that out. And once you reach your 30s, you kind of know what you want to do and what your interests are. And if you don't know what you want to do and what your interests are, you better figure it out, because time's a ticking. And you just want to plan this life for yourself where you can say, I did this. I went on American Idol and I sang. I might have not made it all the way through the round, but I at least tried. And, sometimes it takes support. It does take support. It takes support from your family, your friends, you know. And when you have kids, because I have kids, it makes it harder to focus on your dream because you're so focused on them, which you're supposed to be. As a parent, you are 100% supposed to put your children first. But if you don't put yourself first as well, you're going to take that shit out on your kids later. You're going to look, whether parents want to admit it or not, there are a lot of parents who are very resentful because they had to be parents. And you could still be a parent and still have that bucket list. Some things might happen later. You might say, oh, I want to do certain things when my kids reach college. Okay, when you don't have birdies in the nest anymore. That should be something that you plan out. And it can be something as simple as, okay, I just want to experience being a baker or some shit. Like, there's so many people who have inspiring videos on how they started in certain things, and it should inspire you to get your life together, to get your life in order to where you can enjoy life. You're not just living life, you're enjoying life. Because when you're working and you're committing all your time and your whole entire life to a job, who at the end of the day, you're replaceable if anything happens, because let's be real, you're replaceable in any company. If you can't perform your job duties, you're replaceable. So you spend so much time bringing up somebody else's company because you're content with your pay and your stability and what you're supposed, and all these different things, your 401k, your insurance, and all these things, but you then stay in that same mind frame and mindset of this is what I'm going to be doing. And by the time you know it, you're like 35, 40 still at the same company, and they've made millions off of you. So it's not necessarily a money thing, but things that you create on your bucket list for your life of things you want to achieve can result in income. And not only that, it can result in something that you love, like you're making income off of something you love. That's like even better. When you're passionate about it and you're making passive income on something you're passionate about, you reached a whole nother level of top tier happiness. It's gonna take hard work. It's gonna take a lot of planning. It's gonna take a lot of cutting things out to make sure that you can put money up to do certain things. I had to do it, been there, done that, still doing it. Because I always had a bucket list. Like, there's certain things that I was like, I definitely just gotta try it. I gotta try it and see if I like it. I gotta do this and see if I wanna go. I have to get on this plane and just see if this is the place I wanna live. And I'm gonna, get a condo here and just test it out and see if this is the place I can see myself in, or whatever the case may be. Like, taking a risk can change your whole entire life, for good and for bad. So you have to be very strategic and plan when you take the risk that you feel like will bring more happiness to your life. So create a bucket list and plan all the things that you want to do, all the things you dreamed of, all the things that you told people about that you wanted to do that they were like, once again, like I said in my other video, misery loves company. So look at your surrounding circle as well. Are you not achieving what you want to achieve because you have so much negativity in your life to where it overpowers your motivation? Because that definitely can affect so many things in your life. So you have to first look at you. You have to think about what you want, and then you have to look at your circle and make sure that the people in your circle are supportive about you making this bucket list in your life. It's not that they have to be supportive, but you want supportive friends who are going to support you. Because if they're not supportive, then you have to look a little bit deeper into the situation and be like, why aren't they supporting me? And majority of the time of why someone doesn't want to support you, but they claim friend, is once again because there is some hidden envy and jealousy. And you will see how things take a turn in your circle once you apply pressure to your life, into your happiness, into your bucket list. It's so important. Like, I always told myself, like, I'm gonna be a fashion designer one day. I'm a fashion designer. It was not that easy, but I felt like I made it farther than I expected myself to make, because I did have the negativity around me. And I didn't have people who were always supportive about doing certain things, or they just didn't have the faith, or they just didn't see it in me, because what's that? Another sporadic decision Tassara makes. And it's like, no. And if I would have listened to these people, then that wouldn't have been marked off my bucket list. So, I want to make music. I want to make music people can relate to. If I would have listened to everyone in the industry who told me, you need to make music like this, or you need to make music like that, or no, your sound doesn't sound right with your appearance. Your appearance is showing otherwise. If you're in this industry, you need to make music like this. That's fine, but that's when you lose the creativity and the passion and love for it. So if I would have listened to them, then I wouldn't have put out albums that I was proud of. You know what I'm saying? So being in control of your life and your creativity and your dreams, it's very, very, very important. You are the one that's in control of your life besides God. Like, God, he's controlling everything, but you still have to control you. You still have to control your mind. You have to still control your emotions. You have to still control your surroundings and the people who are in your corner, who claim to be in your corner. You have to put a control on that. You have to put people where they belong so that you can flourish in your life and you can mark these little things off your bucket list. Because as you mark things off your bucket list, it gives you a feeling of, I did this shit. I knew I was gonna do this shit. I felt good doing this shit, and here I am now. So I always encourage everyone to write down their plan, map things out, financially plan, save as much as they can. Like, I blew so much money, and I had to take a step back and say, was it worth it? And it wasn't, because when I looked at how much money I blew and how much I got out of it, it wasn't a win-win to me. I'm like, for the money I blew, I could have bought a few properties, And it takes time. Like, as you get older, you learn, you live and you learn. And that's the beauty of life. That's the beauty of growing. That's the beauty of evolving into an adult, and a logical adult, because you can be an adult, but you mentally cannot be there. There are people who are mentally not there as an adult, or even emotionally or financially, whatever the case may be. Like, times are hard right now. We all know that. But people still make and create beautiful things out of hard times. Okay, so before a diamond is shined and it's all pretty and glossy and beautiful and the sparkle, that shit was rough. It was rough before all that. So make sure that you understand that you are a diamond and it is going to be rough. But once everything smooths out in your path, it's a no-brainer. It's go time after that. It's go time after that. You're gonna sparkle. You're gonna evolve. You're gonna that's what you're gonna do. You're gonna illuminate the world, the sky, everything. You're gonna illuminate within once you figure out that you can achieve things that you might have thought you couldn't achieve. So this video, once again, is all about encouraging you today, not tomorrow, today, to write a bucket list of things that you want to accomplish in your life. And as you go down that list, mark those things off. And I'm telling you, you're gonna feel the reward of taking the risk, taking the chance, and learning from it. Whether it's good or whether it's bad, it's still learning. And you can never go wrong with learning. That's a part of evolving, is learning. So that's this video. Make sure you create that bucket list, plan your life out. Don't let anyone stop you. Stay motivated, stay determined, and make sure you like this video, subscribe, comment, like, and I really appreciate you guys. And I hope that this video gave you some encouragement to change everything around and create that bucket list and get to going on that shit. And I promise you, you're gonna be happy at the end of that ride. So thank you so much for tuning in. It's me, your girl, Tassar Paris. I'll be back with another video